So here we are, misty, foggy morning, walking down to see my mate down on the industrial estate. So my life started off living at Shugborough Hall, and the reason was my mum was the cook to the Earl of Lichfield and my dad was the butler. Lived there for 21 years. Like I said in the previous video, there was good times and bad times. The good times, I had acres and acres and acres to play in. I had the Earl of Lichfield's motorbikes to play on. Learnt to drive around there in numerous cars. Loads of fishing all the way around Shugborough, caught pike, perch, all sorts of fish. Plenty of tree houses and things like that to play in. Loved me time there. Used to love walking around when there was visitors visiting Shugborough. That was good. Used to just follow them around and see what they were doing. It was good fun. The bad things were that my mum and dad worked 16, 17 hour days when Lord Lichfield was younger, and he used to throw the parties, and my mum and dad was, like I say, was always working. So that meant I stayed with my gran and granddad a lot, who had the cafe at Shugborough, and they used to run and own the cafe. My uncle used to work there as well, he used to look after Lord Lichfield's cars and ride on tractors and everything. So I spent a lot of time with my gran, my granddad and my uncle. They're really the people that I spent most of my childhood life with growing up. They taught me a lot, we had a lot of fun. When my mum and dad weren't working and could afford the time to have holidays, we used to go on holidays. Wales, France, places like that. But that wasn't very often. What can I say? It was just a really nice place to live. But there was the bad points where you was alone. I wasn't allowed any friends round because of Lord Lichfield being there with guests. Any special guests, like the Queen came to stay, all the princes and princesses came, Rolling Stones, Joanna Lumley, Britt Ekland, Joan Collins, and the list goes on and on. So I couldn't have many friends round, but it was really good fun. I can remember one day that, I can't remember if it was Prince Charles or Andrew or somebody royal came, and the security guards were there in our kitchen playing cards around the table, and I was only 7, 8, and I was watching these people play cards and having a laugh and drinking. Then all of a sudden, just as natural as could be, one of the guards took a gun out and placed it on the table, just as if it was an everyday thing. But like, being that young, I was like, oh, wow. So yeah, there's times like that other people don't get to see, and luckily I did. But I was very lonely as a child, and I think that is why I have the problems I've got now in my life. It's like, I like to be alone a lot of the time because I grew up alone, and when I do get a job, which again I've had many, I mean I can't count, it's probably thousands of jobs I've had in my life, I get bored, I get fed up, I just end up quitting and walking out, or I learn what I've got to learn and get bored. but I've had thousands. I've never really settled, and that brings me on. I've had a wife now for 30 years who I love, but over the last couple of years we've drifted apart. So we're just going through a divorce at the moment, and then I've got to decide what I want to do with my life. And I think I might start travelling and make vlogs about it. Morning, you alright? Yeah, not bad talk. Make vlogs about it, and hopefully you will find it interesting. I'll probably stay till after Christmas with the kids and the wife, and then I'll go travelling. I've just mentioned my kids. They're quite happy, well, I wouldn't say happy, but they're quite okay about me and the wife splitting up. They're quite grown up for their age. I've got a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old, and they've said as long as I'm happy in what I'm doing, they're fine. The 17-year-old, he has got an apprenticeship at the moment, and then hopefully he wants to finish his apprenticeship and then join the RAF. And the 15-year-old is a very good footballer, and he plays for the local town, and he's just hoping that he might get spotted and, you know, have a football career. But if he doesn't, he's also a very good cook, and he cooks dinner for us quite often. And for a 15-year-old, he's up there. He's really good at his cooking. So anyway, I'll turn the camera around now because my face is probably getting on your nerves, and I'll show you some of the places I used to work. So this is very misty. This is one place that I used to work at years ago, Metcom. They do all the electronic things, used to do a lot for GEC. This blue flame unit over there makes exhausts, but that used to be a place called Grystore, which I worked there as well. They fit vans out, BT, electric vans, all sorts of different vans, RAC and all that. This airfield used to be an old RAF airfield. In the war, they used to send planes out with propaganda leaflets and drop them in strategic places. That's what I've been told anyway. So here's another place I used to work at, which is called Agri. They do farm saved seed, so they go out and clean farmer seed ready to put it into the land the following year. Let's see if there's anybody about. Oh look, current vacancies, plant assistant. That's what I used to do. Is anybody about? Hang on a minute. Yeah, here he is, look, this is gay man.
What's that you got?
He's gay.
Let me out.
He's gay.
Life, is it?
So, still on the estate, walking up to see another friend now. I used to work here as well. This used to be a place called Tubex Engineering, used to make exhausts. So, go up here. Anyway, going back to where I used to live and do, yeah, I had some good fun. Fishing was absolutely fantastic at Shugborough because nobody ever fished there apart from me. Alright, mate. So it was like, as soon as you put a maggot in or a spinner, you'd catch. It was brilliant. And being like 10-year-old, it was fantastic. Really loved it. And there were some times when I was a naughty boy and my dad had locked me in my bedroom. I mean, there was none of this naughty step or anything like that back then. It was like, right, lock you in your bedroom, you're not going to go out, you're not going to play. So you was locked in your bedroom and all day. But the best thing was that just below my bedroom was my grand's cafe. So every time I got locked in, I used to stamp on the floor, and my gran and granddad would know that my dad had locked me in my bedroom. So I'd open the window, tie a bit of string to a basket, lower the basket down, and my gran and granddad would fill it with a can of pop, a packet of crisps, chocolate bar, and I'd pull it back up. And I used to love getting locked in my bedroom, because every time I got locked in my bedroom I got treats off my gran and granddad, which was brilliant. It's a nice day for a cold walk anyway. So yeah, where I'm at now is I'm going through a divorce with the wife. Very amicable. I love her, don't get me wrong, I love her, but I'm not in love with her anymore. We've drifted apart over 30 years, and we both agree, you know, split up and lead our separate lives. So that's what we're doing. So it's a shame, but hey, that's life. Shit happens, doesn't it? But yeah, I'm going to start travelling, see a bit of the world, because I'm 60 next year, and I need to put some smiles on my face, because living in England there's not much really to smile about. You know, you go to work, you do your 9-10 hours a day, you come home, it's dark, it's cold, it's miserable, you pay the bills, you can't afford to go out and enjoy yourself. So all you seem to do is work and pay bills and look at your wages and think, God, look how much the taxman's taking off me. But yeah, let me see if I can get my life back on track and start smiling about things again and being happy for once, because I haven't been happy for quite a while. I'm happy, you know, with the wife and that. There's no problem there. It's just life in general. It just seems to be a bit of a drag. So I'll get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Anyway, I'm walking round to see my mate who's got his own business. Sprays cars, does cars up, does accident damage. I've known him quite a while. Used to work with him years ago when I worked at Stafford Land Rover, and here's another place I used to work at, JCB, and then this place here, Brucom, I used to work there. They make wiring harnesses for all sorts of vehicles. So, is he in? I think he is. Let's see. Right, speak to you later. So, I've done my rounds, I've seen my friends, and I'm just walking back towards home now. So yeah, Shugborough was a good place to live, in a way, and in another way, absolutely terrible place to live, because I didn't really have much of a childhood. My parents were always working, so Yeah, as a family wise, didn't get much time to spend as a family because my mum and dad was always working because of who they worked for. Used to work here as well, Walker Timber. So, you know, just in this small industrial estate, I've had a lot of jobs on here. He must have just finished his break because he's been sitting there a while. Lovely round here though. Nice countryside. It's a nice place to live. Just a shame about what's going on in the country and the way the government are organising the country. In my opinion, and it's only my opinion, they couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery. Hope you find looking around this estate interesting. Probably isn't, but hey ho. Gives me a little bit of exercise. And I need the exercise. Lose a bit of poundage. When you look back to when you was young, you know, your skin was tight, your muscles were good, I had hair, I felt fitter, didn't have any aches and pains, and you take it for granted until you get to a point in life where you don't realise what you used to have. And I used to, when I was in my 20s, man, I used to feel top notch. Running, biking, all sorts of stuff. But now, it catches up on you. And you start feeling all the abuse that you gave your body years ago. And one of it is the bad weather in England. It's never really warm. Even in the summer it's not warm, and you only get a few weeks, and that's never week after week. It's a day here and a day there. And there's good and bad about everything. There's good in living in England, there's bad living in England. You just got to decide what's good for you and what will help you have a better life. But like I say, I've had a lot of jobs, and a lot of that is down to me, because I'm not, I don't know, I am a people person. I do like people, I do like socialising, I do like talking to people, but when they start being dicks, or think they own you, or they talk to you like shit, that's when I start getting fed up and think, fuck you mate, I'm off. Because nobody should treat anybody horribly. We're all here together, we're all human, we're all flesh, blood, bones. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, pink, yellow. But when people take the piss, that's what I don't like. We should all treat each other how we would like to be treated, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people treat other people as an object, that you're just like a machine to them. They just talk to you like shit, treat you like shit. No need for it. And that's one of the reasons I've had a lot of jobs, because I'll just walk out of them. Anyway, I hope I haven't bored you with this video, and hopefully see you soon in the next. Ta-ra for now.